So I started losing my hair mid-20s. I was probably 24 or 25. I had always worn my hair forward. I kind of just pulled it forward all through high school and college and that sort of thing. And one day I decided to do it differently, hopped out of the shower and kind of combed it back. And I walked down the stairs, and my partner at the time, very sweet, but very honestly just said, "Hey, I don't know that you can wear your hair like that." And it was the first time that it really struck me that I was losing my hair. I had no idea what to do about it. It did affect me. It was frustrating. In your mid-20s, you're still so young. I jumped on Nioxin shampoo for a little while. Someone told me that might do something for me. I couldn't tell that it was doing anything. So after a few months, I stopped. And from that point forward, I was just dealing with this slow burning hairline loss, and was just like, I guess this is what happens to guys. I guess guys just go bald, and it was frustrating and hard, but I just kind of tried to live with it. I was introduced to Alvi Armani through my brother-in-law. He had a procedure with Alvi Armani in 2011 by Dr. Bobick, and he has incredible hair. Seeing the results that Alvi Armani has in comparison to other clinics that I was researching, and as soon as I met the people and I heard about the methods that they use and really dove into the website and all of the case studies, so many that are all just incredible. The more research I did, the more it was obvious that Alvi Armani was going to be the choice. No one can do what Alvi Armani does, and it became very obvious to me. My pre-operation / hairline design session with Dr. Barton was very cool. It was not at all what I expected. I had been told that Alvi Armani doctors use golden ratios and they use facial framing and age appropriateness when considering a hairline. But I still thought I'd walk in and we'd draw a line on my head and move on. It would maybe take 10 minutes or something like that. Dr. Barton did not rush through this process. I was really nervous going into the procedure, but within minutes, he had me calm. He was so confident in the outcome and the success that we'd have, and it really set up the day appropriately. It was a beautiful experience. And speaking about my procedure day, I had this expectation that it was going to be miserable. I had been told that it's going to be a long day, something like 12 hours. I just expected it to be like this situation you just kind of have to get through. From the moment you walk in the door, this staff treats you like a king. They treated me like a king. I mean, and on top of that, you could tell how passionate they were about what they were doing. Midday, they stopped and ordered me lunch. They're like, where do you want to eat? What would you like? I mean, I'm sitting here having surgery and I'm eating steak. I expected it to be difficult and something that I would just have to get through, and it ended up being really fun. This was much less invasive than I expected it to be. I expected a lot of pain. They gave me pain medication. I didn't even use it. It takes some time, but when I got out the other side, I was like, I would do this again. I'd do it as many times as necessary, because it does change your life so much. For my recovery, they sent me home with this little grab bag of goodies, creams and sprays and medications, all the things that I would need to get me through the process. They also gave me this booklet that laid out day by day, moment by moment, exactly what I'd need to be doing to get the best result possible. I love talking about my result. My result is far and away better than I ever would have even imagined. I knew I was going to get a good result. By the time I pulled the trigger, I knew Alvi Armani was going to do this for me. But it would not be an exaggeration to say that literally everywhere I go and so many people that I meet talk about my hair and compliment my hair. My hair restoration has impacted my confidence and my self-image in ways that I don't think I could have foreseen. I've always been one of these guys that's like, oh, I don't care, yeah, I'm losing my hair, not a big deal. But to go from, walking down the street and having the wind blow and being like, oh, what do I need to do? Or coming out of the pool and like being super insecure about how that looks, to not worrying about it at all is just, and it happens constantly. It's like an everyday thing where like I'll notice, oh, this situation, I would have been nervous. Or this would have been hard for me. So I sing for a living, and my whole life, I wanted that full rock star persona with the long hair or throwing it around on stage. But I started losing my hair at 25. So it put me in this position where I kind of had to like do this clean cut thing and be very careful about how I'm wearing my hair on stage and whether the movement that I'm making is going to show off my baldness. And then I come and have this hair restoration done with Alvi Armani, and I've got this super dense, thick hair that I can just like do whatever I want on stage. Like, it's so freeing. I go from being super careful to whatever I want, whatever the moment calls for, and that can't be overstated. It has been life-changing. It has been career-changing for me to be able to grow my hair long like I've always wanted to do since I was a little kid. Not only would I recommend Alvi Armani to others, I would only recommend Alvi Armani. I'm not shy about my restoration. I mean, it's been such an impactful, amazing thing in my life that when people talk to me about my hair, I tell them I've had a hair restoration procedure with Alvi Armani. Having my hair back has profoundly impacted my life, no question.